This is a reaction video. Now, I've done a lot of videos about, stupid things Americans have said and that sort of thing. But I wanted to change pace a little bit. I've done a video, The World According to Briggs, which is a very good channel, by the way. And he has 10 reasons why the USA is better than Europe. Well, I'm curious to see why we're better than Europe. And let's find out. 10 reasons the USA is better than Europe.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to World According to Briggs and a video about why the United States is so much better than Europe.
I can't wait to find out about this one.
This video came about after getting emails from Europeans for close to 3 years now telling me why the US sucks and Europe is so much better. I get these all the time. They often bring up some good, valid points, but they also like to hint at things like we're all just rude, arrogant, and dumb.
Well, we're not rude, arrogant, or dumb, but we have some of that quality. I don't deny it, but let's see what's going on.
Can be true about Americans, but that could be true about anyone.
True.
It's not like Americans have cornered the market on being rude. These people always act like they have it so much better in Europe, and the only thing the US has ever done was start wars. Honestly, that's like the general theme. That's what they always seem to go to, is we start wars. But US does have some bad things, and the US has some great things, just like Europe. Every country, every town, every village, and every neighborhood has its good and its bad. If you don't understand that, you're kind of dumb. So let's take a look in no particular order at some things that make the US a far better option than Europe. Number 10, World Wars. We don't have them. We never have. We hopefully never will. We just don't have world wars.
Yeah, we didn't start World War I, and we didn't start World War II either.
Here in the United States, we've had a civil war, and we've had some other things. And before you do, stop typing. Yes, Pearl Harbor was part of World War II, and it was on American soil, but that was just an attack that took a couple hours. The Japanese also did take hold of some rock outcropping we had in the
Aleutian Islands as well, but I don't think they ever captured it.
Bering Sea near Alaska. They stayed there for a couple months. We didn't even try and...
Okay, maybe they did. The Aleutian Islands, I'm aware of that one, but yeah. That is true. We didn't start World War I or World War II.
Pace them out. But when it comes to world wars, no real combat on American soil other than those. We've joined other wars. Matter of fact, we joined 2 world wars in Europe to help Europe.
Now, about that, I get what he's saying there, but to be fair, how would a world war actually be if we invaded Canada or if we invaded Mexico? Would that initiate a world war? I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm pretty darn certain it wouldn't.
I don't know if you Europeans remember, but there was this German guy with a funny little mustache, and he had plans for all of Europe and pretty much the entire world. If it wasn't for the United States, there's a good chance his dream would have come true. Over 100,000 U.S. servicemen lost their lives in combat during World War II. In World War I, it was about 116,000. So we may have started some wars in our history, but we sure have helped out Europe with a couple of theirs. And from the looks of it, might be a third one on the way. Number 9, amusement parks. That World War II thing... World War I was kind of depressing, so let's look at amusement parks. We excel at amusement parks.
Now that's something I can agree on. We have a lot of amusement parks.
Europe has some wonderful things to do, don't get me wrong, but we set the bar for amusement parks.
Yes, we do.
The Six Flags amusement parks, our water parks, Disneyland, Disney World, Cedar Point, Hershey Park, Busch Gardens.
Cedar Point, which is a couple hours north of me, and Kings Island, which is about 90 minutes south of me. We got amusement parks up the yin yang. We are awesome when it comes to amusement parks.
Universal, Kings Dominion, Kings Island, and one of my personal favorites growing up was Knott's Berry Farm. It's not the biggest and it's not one of the best, but it's just got a place in my heart.
If you ever saw National Lampoon's Vacation, not European Vacation, but National Lampoon's Vacation, Wally World was... Now it was called Wally's World in the movie, but it was, what was it called? Magic Mountain out in California. I've been to that one. Really nice park. Well, yeah, we got lots of parks.
So
lots of amusement parks. Really, really cool.
Gets a mention. Euro Disney's nice. Euro Park, Port Adventura, Future Scope. Those are all nice, but it's nothing compared to what we got going on here in the...
Heck no. We got it. We got you guys beat there.
The United States. Okay, Legoland started in Europe, and that's pretty cool. We got some here in the United States, but we still blow everyone out of the water when it comes to amusement parks. Number 8, the U.S. economy.
I don't know what world this guy's living in, but if you talk about the U.S. economy now on May 16th, 2022, we have nothing to, well, it may not be better than Europe, but it's sure as hell ain't anything to write home about either.
You don't know, the US economy is huge. It's by far the biggest economy in the world. The United States annual GDP is about $21 trillion. In a distant second, you have China with an annual GDP of $14.72 trillion. After that, you got Japan with $5.06 trillion GDP. At number 4, you get your first European.
I would not be shouting about this one if I were him. Our economy's in the tank right now, so.
Country, and it's Germany. They only have a 3.85 trillion annual GDP. Then the United Kingdom is 2.76, and then after that you got India, and then finally France, 2.63, Italy, 1.89. And if you look outside of countries, the state of California would come in 5th place with 3.4 trillion. So my question to the Europeans are, if we suck that bad, why do we make so much money? And
yeah, why do we piss it all away too?
feel free to leave comments about how we're corrupt and we take advantage of other countries like your countries don't also.
Okay, well, that last part I can agree with, but still, when you look at the U.S. economy right now, I'm not exactly jumping for joy over it.
Number 7, our technology. The United States
Okay, I'll give technology. That's not
has
bad.
invented most of the really cool stuff. Sure, Europe has come up with the guillotine and the Iron Maiden, but the United States has come up with things like the personal computer in 1971, the Weed Whacker in 1971. 1972, we came up with the video game console. 72 also gave us the MRI. 73 gave us the cell phone. This is all before 1980. In 1978, we invented microwave popcorn. 1986, we gave you the 3D
Yeah, I'll give technology. I think technology is a big thing for the United States.
printer. 1996, we gave you Google. 2005, we gave you YouTube. I should say 2004, we gave you Facebook also, but that's kind of working against us these days, it seems like. Along with in 2006, Twitter showed up. We also gave you the COVID-19 vaccine. I know some of you don't think that was a good thing, but a lot of people do. If you want to go way back, 1938, we invented the chocolate chip cookie. Take that, Europe.
Yeah. There you go. I'll give technology. I have no problem with that.
On your croissant. Number 6, gas prices. Your gas price.
Again, not right now. Okay, gas prices are incredibly expensive. I don't know what gas prices are in Europe, but I know that when I was over in Germany, I didn't need to worry about gas prices because they had trains, a very good train system that I hear is actually pretty good all over Europe, that we don't have in the United States. So don't think I'd toot my horn on this one.
Prices suck, Europe, face it. I know you go by liters, and we're going to break it down for gallons, which we use here in the United States, and dollars, okay? I found a nice little chart that breaks it down as of May 1st, 2022. The highest gas prices in the world right now is Hong Kong, and it is $10.87 on average per gallon of gas.
Okay, but that last time I checked, Hong Kong wasn't in Europe.
Gas. Norway, it's 9.13 for a gallon of gas. Monaco, it's $9 a gallon of gas. Iceland, $8.75. Denmark, $8.69. Finland, $8.64. Greece, $8.38. Netherlands, $8.33. Germany, $7.91. United Kingdom, $7.70. The list goes on. Sweden, $7.60.
Okay, that is expensive, but like I said before, when I was in Germany, I didn't need to worry about gas prices or renting a car because they have a pretty good train system. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, you European people who are watching this, how many of you really own a car, or do you really need a car? If I was, for example, going up to, say, Normandy, would I need to rent a car, or could a train get me up there? I do not know. But yeah, a lot of people, when I was in Germany, we got around by the train just fine without worrying about gas prices.
69, Liechtenstein, 766, Estonia, 755, Switzerland, 740.
But yeah, our gas prices on average are like $4 or $5 a gallon right now. And 3 years ago, they were down to like $1.85 a gallon. So, he does have somewhat of a point there. But like I said, I don't know if I'd be tooting my horn about this just now. Just because we're $4.50 doesn't mean that we have something to cheer about. At least I don't think we do.
47. This list goes on. You know where the United States is? 84th in the world with $4.58 on average countrywide. Now, this is the point where a bunch of people here in the United States are going to leave some political comment or...
I did not leave a political comment. If you note, I did not make a single political comment about that. I just said where we were 3 years ago and where we are now.
How they just paid $5.10 in Los Angeles or something. This is the national average. Good thing you people in Europe like to ride bikes everywhere. Number 5, fast food. Now this...
Oh, yep, fast food. That's something we excel at.
This is a strange one, I know, because fast food isn't really something you should be proud of, but I will tell you right now, every single European I know, that's one of the first...
I'm proud of fast food.
First things they say is our fast food is amazing. The variety and the flavor is awesome. You have great food in Europe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. You have a lot of really classic cuisine. You know, I mean, the Italian stuff you got going on in Italy, France, amazing. I could really do without German food, but still, you know.
I like German food. German food was good when I was there.
But Americans that go over there, they bring that up all the time, and Europeans that come over here talk about how amazing our fast food is. Again, it's unhealthy. It's probably why we're one of the largest countries in the world as far as chubby people go. But still, it tastes great. We have a wide variety. It's something that's kind of awesome.
I will give us fast food. I stand by the United States when it comes to fast food.
Number 4, modern music. Jazz, blues.
I think Europe has made several contributions to music, but yeah, I think the United States can lay claim to some of the music.
Blues, rock and roll, rap, hip hop. As far as modern music,
not a big fan of hip hop or rap, but we did contribute there. There's no question about that.
It goes. It all started here, and anything that was done in Europe was basically a new version of something that came from the United States. Prove me wrong. Now, if you go way back in music, Mozart, Wagner, Chopin, Bach, those are all great, but what have they done for us lately?
That's a good question. Okay, Europe, prove them wrong.
I mean, they haven't done much for us lately because they all died like in the early 1900s or late 1800s or even earlier than that. They haven't done much for us lately. But modern music is where the United States shines. What is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever was
Bill Haley and the Comets, I believe it was Rock Around the Clock.
Done by Ike Turner and Jackie Breston. They wrote a song called Rocket 88, and that is considered to be the first rock and roll song.
I always thought it was Bill Haley and the Comets, Rock Around the Clock. Okay, I did not know that was considered to be the first one, but okay.
Ever. If it wasn't for that, and then Elvis taking that type of music, and Buddy Holly and people like that, we wouldn't have had the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or some version of that. Again, don't get me wrong, there has been some amazing modern music that's come out of Europe, but yeah, we started it.
Okay, I always thought it was Bill Haley and the Comets, okay? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's just what I heard it was, Rock Around the Clock.
Number 3, the landscapes. Now, this one's going to be up for an opinion.
Yeah, that's actually an opinion because, like I said, I saw some beautiful landscapes in Germany, and I have seen a lot of videos on Europe, and there's some very beautiful landscapes there. So this is but the United States doesn't take a back seat. There are a lot of beautiful landscapes in the United States. So.
Because Europe does have the Alps, amazing rivers like the Rhine, Lake Como, and other amazing lakes.
I did see the Rhine, and yeah, the Rhine is very pretty, and so is the Main as well.
Azores, Tuscany, the Greek Isles, those are all great, but it doesn't compare to the sheer volume that we have here in the United States.
That is true. I can't really say it's true. I'm just retract on that one. But I last year went to Wyoming and the Dakotas and South Dakota, not North Dakota, but South Dakota and Montana, and some of the scenery out there was absolutely gorgeous, and that's just a small section. We got Devil's Tower. I saw Mount Rushmore, of course. I saw the Crazy Horse Memorial and things like that, but we also went driving on the Needles Highway, and there was so many things to stop and look at in South Dakota alone, let alone talk about, I mentioned Devil's Tower in Wyatt, which is in Wyoming, but not too far from South Dakota. Just absolutely gorgeous scenery. But Europe has good stuff too. I mean, I can't really say one's better than the other, or certainly not going to.
with places like Yosemite, Arches, the Great Smoky Mountains, the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, the Everglades, Death Valley, the giant sequoias, the Redwoods, Yellowstone National Park, the Badlands, the Grand Canyon, the entire state of Oregon outside of Portland. That list can go on about amazing landscapes to see here in the United States. Europe does have some good ones, but just in sheer volume and numbers and things to see, we're a bigger country and we have amazing landscapes. So we get the win, in my opinion, on that one. Now, to be fair, if we start looking at amazing buildings, ancient buildings and stuff, Europeans got us killed there. But, the Colosseum, Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, so many other ones. We have nothing that compares to that, but our land and our natural beauty is, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, so much better. Taxes. Everyone.
Okay, I think we got you guys beat here, even though taxes are, especially in California, out of this world. I think we got you on taxes.
The United States always seems to think they have the highest taxes. Not even close. The United States is ranked 44th. If you take what the United Nations considers a country and you rank them by how much they tax their citizens, this is how they're ranked. The Ivory Coast, for some reason, they're just taxing the hell
Ivory Coast is in Africa.
Out of everyone. But it's followed by Finland, Japan, Austria.
Finland's in Europe. Japan's obviously an island off of Asia.
Denmark, Sweden, Belgium, Israel.
Denmark, Sweden, the Northern Europe, Scandinavian countries.
Slovenia, Netherlands, Portugal, Ireland, Spain, Iceland, China.
He's going too fast for me to spot all. But I understand what he's saying, that we aren't as taxed as we think we are.
It's in there. Germany, United Kingdom, France, South Africa, South Korea, Australia. Then we go back to Luxembourg, Greece, Italy, Turkey. But
he is naming a lot of European countries. I'll give him that.
Which is not really in Europe, but you get the idea. And then after that, it goes down a while and you start seeing things like Switzerland, Monaco, Norway. And finally, way down there at number 44, you get to the United States. Here in the United States, we complain about our taxes an awful lot, especially how they're slanted towards the rich. Really don't pay that much taxes. And if you're middle class,
that's not entirely accurate. That's complete nonsense and a complete falsehood. The rich pay majority of the taxes in the United States. Don't believe that nonsense. But hey, everybody has their own opinion, and he's entitled to his.
Or below, you're getting gouged. That's how we see it. But if you rank them on a global scale, the United States isn't doing that bad. But that top 20 is filled with a lot of European countries. All right, before we get to number 1, don't forget we have another channel called On This Day. We'd love it if you went over there and subscribed.
I certainly recommend listening to this channel for A World According to Briggs and On This Day. Very, very interesting information. Now, let's see what number 1 is going to be.
Right. There's a link down below. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, shopping. Yes.
Okay. I know a lot of Europeans come over here to shop, and a lot of people in Europe find the prices in America cheaper than where they just left. So I think shopping is a very good number 1 here.
I'm sure a lot of you were a little shocked, but shopping is one of the biggest complaints Americans that move to Europe have about Europe, and Europeans that come to the United States, they love how easy it is to shop. Now, it's not just ease or whatever, it's convenience and actually customer service. Customer service really doesn't seem to be much of a thing in Europe, according to most people that have moved over there or visited. What we would consider...
Yeah, customer service, I've heard that in Europe is different from what it is in the United States. In the United States, sometimes they're too friendly, but in Europe, I've heard that they pretty much don't have anything like customers. I could be wrong. So when I was in Germany, the people were very friendly, and I got experienced very good customer service. But like I said, I've heard it both ways.
Consider rude here in the United States really is kind of normal in Europe when it comes to someone working at a retail place or a grocery store, something like that. They don't really see it as rude. It's just very transactional to them and matter of fact. All right, that's today's video. Okay, if you've made it this far, here's the thing. Europe is a great continent.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to read this and that you're trying to say Europe is a cesspool and the worst place to go, and United States is this garden utopia versus this hellhole that they call Europe. I don't believe anybody has that impression, but you just picked out some things that you think the United States does better than Europe. When I look at it, I don't know that I would be jumping for joy over the economy or taxes or gas prices, But everybody's entitled. I said this before. Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Countries there are amazing, but for some reason they seem to think that there's nothing wrong with all of Europe and just the United States has problems. And that's going by the emails and the comments that I get on a regular basis.
And you can only go by what you know. You can only go by what people are telling you. That's what, I've heard, people who've written on my videos about, things about America or things like that. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I loved my time in Germany. That's the only place in Europe I've ever been to. But I'd like to go to other places. My nephew is over there right now. He's in Barcelona. He's going to be in France later on in the week, and I'm kind of curious to see what he says about it. But hey, I think Europe is a nice place, and I like to visit more of it.
Now, some of you might be saying, well, why didn't you break it down by country? Well, is that fair? Look how big the United States is compared to, let's say, Germany or Switzerland or Austria. That's not fair. Each one of the countries are a little bit different, but all these kind of fit with what's going on there according to various studies and surveys of people from Europe that have moved to the United States and Americans that have moved to Europe. So it's, other than the stats, it's pretty much based on people's opinions. Is it perfect science? No. Is it entertaining? Yes. Besides giving you some information, that's one of the main things we want to do here is entertain you. That's why I say the most entertaining part of this video will be reading the comment section and how these people from Europe will lose it in the comment section. What?
I don't think you should lose it.
And I promise you, their comments will be very condescending.
Well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. I haven't read your comments yet. I'm just doing this video. This is the first time I've ever seen it. But hey, tell me what you think. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Like he said, I have to look at it from a objective point of view, from what I think and what I see. He said people would, about the taxes, that somebody would be political. I don't think I was political, but if you think I was, please let me know. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and keep watching the channel, and we'll do more of these, and have a good rest of your day.